Ruth Agarwal, Mr. Raful Tadela, Mr. Kamal, my good friend Mr. Upadhyaya, MD of Goa Shipyard Chairman and MD, Anthony Gaskell, Blaise Kostabir, all the other captains of industry, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, it gives me great pleasure to be with you this morning at a logistics conference organized by the local CII chapter. I was very carefully listening to what little I got to hear before I came here from, I think, Praful. And I'm sure those who spoke before him would have obviously said the same things, because this is a reality. Today, when we talk of a 5 trillion economy, which is achievable simply because from the 10th position we have moved to the 5th largest economy in the world. You have people working in that direction. You have industry shoring up their plans, not merely planning, but post-pandemic. I think our industrialists, our stakeholders, everyone connected with industry has done so well. They really need to be complimented. And today, with what has happened all over the world, and particularly with China adopting their own policies, it is a golden opportunity for all of you, for all of us, whether in the government or in the industry, to collaborate and take this opportunity of growing healthily, of growing and combining synergies in a manner that we reduce the cost of producing something, of marketing something. And that is where logistics plays a very big role. I need not stress how blessed Goa is. It is blessed in terms of not only being one of the best places in the world, environment friendly, greenery all around, the most important resource, the people of this state, a friendly nature, reaching out to everyone. I think all this ultimately counts as a sum total, resulting and moving towards a result-oriented situation. And I must say, besides being God-blessed, I say Goan people also are God-fearing. Like, I will like to, even if I sound repetitive, I would like to say that, because this is a place where you can actually think well and get the best brains working, get the best out of you, which perhaps elsewhere it would not be possible. Like, the famous tagline of Kerala for tourism, the God's own country. I say gods dwell in Goa. And by God, I not only mean something only supernatural. I mean, people are here are God-fearing. They want to do the right thing. They want to do it the right way. They want to reach out people. Their friendly nature, their industrial mind, their industrial nature will certainly propel us to something good, which is the larger interest of our state as well as the country. CII in this direction, I know, does this job not only in Goa, all over the country. They have been the people cementing where it is required, getting people together to work towards building industry, to building and contributing to the economy through industrial growth. And in that direction, as you all know, what we are not blessed with, when I say we are God blessed, you have 2 airports now. First there was only Dabolim. So much of talk as it happens, we have to rise above politics. Like in China, you do something, you are just able to bulldoze it. You do something in other countries, you are able to bulldoze it where there is no democracy in the real sense. Here we have extra democracy. That sometimes is one of the hindrances coming. In terms of even genuine things, people coming on the road, agitating, people trying to stop a good project. And what happens is the whole picture gets blurred. What is good and what is bad. People also get confused. And then we follow sometimes like the flock, we are just following somebody and not knowing that we are doing the maximum damage to our economy. We are doing the maximum damage to the economic growth. This is where the lines have to be drawn. But if you are consistent, if you also have a stand, all these things will not happen, are not bound to happen. Besides the two airports that we had, so much of publicity, Double M is going to close. I for one emphatically can see it, and I have seen it all throughout. We have enough traffic for both the airports. The way tourism sector is going to grow. As you know, our Honorable Prime Minister gives so much of importance to the tourism sector. It is one sector which can propel the other sectors, and that is what is required. And when we have beautiful Goa, interiors waiting to be seen, to be explored, why not think that we should also logistically think that how logistics can fit in such a way that we bring the cost down, as you were saying, rightly so. We have to move to the single digits. It's high time. China, for one, I know, is able to bring its cost down. The major transportation, whether it is of their manpower, whether it is of goods, is done using the waterways, using the sea, using the rivers, and that's how the cost is down. Here, we depend too much on our roads, and we do sometimes illogical things. When we talk of logical logistics, like for example, what sense does it make sending all your goods to all the way to Bombay by road in refrigerated things, just to mention one pharmaceutical industry, and then they get loaded onto the containers to be shipped all over the world? What sense does it really make? And to think that after being pointed and brought to the fore again and again, MPA, a natural resource again, Marmugao port, blessed by nature, Goa blessed by nature through the Murmugao harbour, can't we fix one crane? We should have had both cranes operational by now. At least one crane should have been easily operational. Instead, the same old thing continues. People lose money. It is the economy losing money, industry losing money, you are losing money. So these are some things which have to be fixed at the earliest. There is no excuse whatsoever. You have to explore ways. Even you are reluctant to use the waterways. How many of you would think of transporting your workers through water? How many of you would think of transportation through our rivers? What we are blessed with, it's not happening. That sort of, who is going to be the first person to do that? And who is going to make it practically appear that it's going to work and work well, bring down the cost? Who has to bell the cat? So some bold decisions are required to be generated through such conferences, through the stakeholders on exactly who is to implement. One thing I am very happy, after announcing the warehousing and logistics policy, all these conferences are taking place. People are coming to put their minds, heart and soul together to see that actually how it's going to work. How Goa can be one of the best logistical hubs. I for one, when I formulated this policy, I have been dreaming, and I still dream, that Goa can be one of the largest trading hubs in this part of the world. And Goa has got the potential every side. It is how you explore it. What do most of our people do? Look for white collar jobs, they go abroad, leaving their homeland, leaving Goa. These are the exact type of jobs which will be generated by trading, by making it the biggest trading hub. That is if your logistics is right. If the costs come down, and by formulating that policy, I know you have cautioned me, I will ensure that whether it is Verna or other industrial estates don't become go-downs for people to come to cut their cost of storage. Sorry, that is not going to be the thing. It is a policy so formulated that it is meant for industry, for generating those particular things which will only enhance their activity, bring their costs down, and they will be able to move faster and do things faster. Even if you look at the rail thing in Bali, first containers, very few of them used to go. Now that is also picking up. It shows slowly people are using that particular facility. Things are looking up. But how well we do it, it depends on how much you will get on the table. And merely getting ideas is not enough. You need a definite action plan to implement those ideas. You need a definite plan time frame within which you have to do it, and that is what is necessary. And I'm sure at this conference you have to work out ways to get this thing done, because how is it otherwise? Are we going to exploit merely by mere talk and formulating plans? If they are not implemented, what use will it be? I am sure that this conference and this type of gatherings itself, I think, is a lot of energy combined. When you are sitting here, I see so much of energy. I want that really translated, so it will satisfy our government, it will satisfy me that yes, my policy is working. I know certain things do take time, but whatever perhaps that would be necessary, as far as the government is concerned, I will always be forthcoming. Remember one thing, we government cannot, especially in today's times, can only be a catalyst. It is you who have to come out with ideas, and those ideas will not come about simply by normal thinking, by normal ideas which you want to implement. There has to be some out of the box thinking. There have to be some novel ideas which have to come to the fore. Merely only lamenting that this is not done, that is not done also is not going to help you. You have to pull up your socks. Industry has to think how I will grow. When I grow, my economy will grow, the state will grow. When the state grows, when the logistics is much better, bringing down the cost of transportation, of producing something, of giving it to the end consumer, when those costs down, you have succeeded, and you have succeeded big. That is what is going to propel the economy. That is what is going to build the economy in a manner that India would be one of the most developed country, or one of the most forward-looking country in every sense of the word. When we say our country is moving forward, I don't think anybody has a doubt, at least as of now, looking at various international forums where your own leader, our own leader, who is the Honorable Prime Minister of India, the way he is being quoted by everyone, that particular situation was never there. And thereafter you have very efficient ministers also at the center, like even Mr. Piyush Goyal, how he is trying to promote commerce at every fora. And you have as well Nitin Gadkari building highways at such a frenzied pace, getting connectivity everywhere. Goa itself has had the second bridge in the Zuari River, but come November, you will have the other lane ready. Even more calls for better transportation and quicker movement. As well as you have 3 bridges over our Mandovi River. It's only that certain other things have to be, the loose ends have to be connected. Government is very much aware. We will certainly be doing what is necessary on our part in terms of policy, formulating policies, in terms of tweaking, if necessary, if we have certain apprehension. I would welcome suggestions from you all. We are not going to remain in the same mold where you get static and you remain there. We also want to move forward along with you, and we look forward to you as partners in growth. We look forward towards each one of you as the real captains who will propel our economy. And I'm sure this particular logistic conference is going to set the tone with a definite plan, definite time frame, good implementation and good results, and that is what I look forward to. Once again, I thank all of you for having invited me, particularly the local CII chapter, Mr. Anirudh and all your people. I'm sure with such, I should say, capable people at the helm of affairs, I'm sure this conference will be very meaningful in terms of getting the results, and I look forward to that. Once again, thank you very much indeed, and I assure you all my cooperation from the government. Even if you need any help in terms of policy change or anything that would actually help in practical terms, because we as policy framers sometimes do not realize practically something else would have happened. Like as rightly said, our policy of warehousing should not be considered as a policy for new godowns coming up, only shifting from some city areas to here to bring their costs down. No, I want industry to grow. I want industry to move forward. I want you to be doing something awesome. And it is my pleasure to mention here, we Goans have even now we talk Chandrayaan, going to Chandrayaan. One particular part of that manufactured in Goa by one of the companies. So even something produced in Goa was right up there. When your COVID, what we all faced, COVID-19, how much the whole world suffered, how much we suffered, everyone suffered. Some of them very good people had to leave for their heavenly abode. But even then, saving the humanity, maximum medicines and maximum things were propelled by our medical fraternity from Verna and elsewhere. I really compliment them. So many good things are happening. I am aware that crucial parts for so many things are manufactured in Goa, though it does not come to the fore. That means our Goans are capable, you are capable. Please rise to the occasion, show result, show that this particular logistics conference has been really good, with good ideas, propelling Goa to a different state in terms of industry and building up the economy. Thank you very much indeed.